Hey, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to look at making Char Siu. This originates from the Chinese Canton region of China, and it's basically a honey glazed Chinese barbecue pork that has a slight signature mahogany color finish. Now for this recipe we need about 1.5 pounds of pork shoulder. What we're also looking for is the pork shoulder to be at least around 1 inch thick or 2, no more. So another important consideration in your pork shoulder is the rendering of the fat. Now this pork shoulder has the right amount of fat and it adds to the overall taste of your Char Siu. Alright, let's go ahead and let's start marinating. Now for this we're going to use a Ziploc bag to make things much easier for us in terms of cleanup. So with our pork shoulder in a Ziploc bag, let's add about 2 tablespoons of sugar. We also need about a teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of Chinese 5-spice, a couple of dashes of white pepper powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of sesame oil. You also need a 1/2 tablespoon of Shaoxing wine, 1/2 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1/2 tablespoon of hoisin sauce, 1/2 tablespoon of maltose or syrup, about 2 cloves of garlic finely minced, and to give it signature mahogany color, we're going to add a couple of drops of red food dye. Now this is completely optional, but it just adds to the overall look and feel of the final Char Siu. So go ahead and seal that Ziploc bag, and what we're going to do is give that marinade a good mixing. Now after mixing everything up, let's dump it in the fridge and let it marinate overnight. So our pork shoulder has been marinating well overnight and picked up a lot of the signature mahogany color. That's alright, let's go ahead and start marinating. So basically what we're using is a lined sheet pan with foil placed on top of a metal rack on top. Using a metal rack keeps the pork off the pan and allows it to roast more evenly. So go ahead and grab your pork shoulder and put it on top of your metal rack. So let's go ahead and let's look at the basting sauce or the marinade. What we're going to do is transfer the rest of the marinade to a cup, and we're going to add about a tablespoon or teaspoon of more maltose to this mixture. What we're going to do is incorporate the maltose by adding about a 1/2 tablespoon or teaspoon of hot boiling water. Now you still have trouble dissolving it, put it in the microwave and let it microwave for at least 30 seconds, and this will help incorporate everything. Now to prevent the pork dripping from burning and smoking up, what we do is add about a cup or 1/2 cup of water to the bottom pan. And now I'm going to put it in the oven at 475 degrees Fahrenheit for the first 10 minutes. Now after the first 10 minutes, we're going to drop the temperature down to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And be sure to check your pork shoulder every 10 minutes to ensure it doesn't burn. So after dropping the temperature to 375, we're going to cook it for another 15 minutes. After the first 25 minutes, what we're going to do is add more water to the bottom pan. And on top of that, we're going to rotate the pan around to help it cook evenly. And we'll also flip your pork shoulder over so it can cook the other side as well. And then we're going to put it back into the oven for another 15 minutes. So after another 15 minutes, the internal temperature, your pork shoulder should be around 140 degrees Fahrenheit to 150 degrees Fahrenheit. So now it's time to start basting your pork shoulder with the marinade. So be really generous at this point with your marinade, as it will add to the final flavor and taste of your pork shoulder. So after marinating both sides, what we're going to do is cook it for another 10 minutes at 375 degrees temperature. Now if you really want to go for that charred look, hit the broil button and cook both sides for 2 to 3 minutes. So overall, this char siu came out exceptionally well, and even has its charred appearance on the outside. And while slicing through this char siu, it smelled exceptionally well and mouth-watering. And it's too bad that you guys can't actually be here to taste this, because this is as good as can get at home. So char siu pork can be used for many dishes, and there's a couple of dim sum dishes that I've been dying to use this meat for, so you guys stay tuned for those episodes. So that's all I have for today, and I hope you found this video informative and interesting. If you want to see more videos from me, hit the subscribe button. If you have any thoughts, comments, suggestions, leave in the section below. Until next time, happy cooking and peace out.